Rick Murray, who's the chairman of the board of directors for IEBA, wants students to take every opportunity to get involved, whether it's on their home college campuses or in the Music City.
Talk about what you did in college that was your conduit to get involved in the entertainment business.
I was always very interested in entertainment growing up. So when I went to college, which was at Bradley University in Peoria, Illinois, I got involved in the Activities Council. And when I got involved with that, our director of student activities was very involved in the regional NACA at that point. So I helped her with the conference which she chaired. And then I got involved in the National Arts and Lectures Conference, which was held in Philadelphia, a new conference that NACA was starting. And I had been involved in the lecture program with our Activities Council. So that kind of started my national foray into NACA and campus activities. Shortly after that, I became nominated for the student board position on the board of directors, became a student member of the board, eventually the vice chair for student affairs on the NACA board of directors, and kind of moved from there and forward. So I was very involved in activities at Bradley University, doing concerts and running the board there, the lecture program, the travel committee, etc., and then moved into sort of that national forefront. And upon graduating from Bradley, both with my undergraduate and graduate degree, I got involved in student activities and then on the private side of the entertainment business.
When you were at Bradley, I guess there's no academic program that you could really fall into that got you the kind of experience that what your actually out of classroom experience eventually prepared you for.
That's true. You know, I've always been a believer that student activities is really the core because it's what really happens out on the streets. And the academic and classroom, so it teaches you the theory, but then you put it into action with what you're doing outside. And student activities gave me the opportunity to do that. So you would talk about, well, in a perfect world, it's great to do this. This is how personnel management works. This is how event production works. Marketing works, etc. But then you realize in the real world that, well, it doesn't quite always work that way. You have to be ready to sort of have the ball thrown at you and catch it in a different way. So that was really what I consider my real training. I did an undergraduate program in business management and administration at the time with an emphasis in marketing and political science. And then I did my graduate work in counseling and human development and education, which for Bradley was sort of the track going into the student activities position, which at that point was what I was thinking about doing.
With your background in NACA and your involvement all there, and now fast forwarding to being a part of IEBA, leading the group, and its interest in doing things for students, I know that passion from many years ago has got to be something that's very important to you as you lead this group in the coming years.
Absolutely. I think that there's 2 points. I think one is that we've always been given these opportunities. As a student, I was given the opportunity to learn so much and to move forward, and it's sort of, you pay it forward. So you want to give others the opportunity to do the same thing. I think also that it really, in terms of our industry, it's critical that young people are learning and that we're feeding them into positions within the industry, especially the behind the scenes positions versus the on stage positions, if you will. So IEBA gives everybody an opportunity to do that, for students to really learn kind of what's really going on in that real life experience out there and decide, do I really want to get into this business or do I not want to get into this business? And if I do want to get into it, what part do I really want to get into? Because there's so many different facets of it.
If you had any piece of advice, any recommendation to a young person that's wanting to get in the music business, entertainment business, what would that be?
I would say you need to learn, keep your eyes and ears open, be passionate, and don't give up the dream. Just going after it, because if you really enjoy what you're doing and you love it, like many people before me have said, you don't really ever work a day in your life.